Right, I've come down to the river on a different location. I normally park much further downstream that way, but there's a lot of construction going on. But as you can see, the river is pretty full. There's a fair amount of garbage here, so I've literally just got out of my car, and there's a whole pile of garbage here already. So it's, yeah, yes, not a bad spot. Some parking, but quite limited. Right, I will head down that way. Well, we've got a lot of construction going along here, and they've diverted pathways and everything in all kinds of different directions along here. So yeah, I will head that way. I found some garbage here, so we will go and collect that. There's a nice thistle. Like that. Nice thistle. I like that. Very cool. Right, I will do some more in a moment. I just spotted some garbage I almost walked past, so I'll grab that and then head on my way down there somewhere. Not sure what these flowers are, but they're very nice. Get a picture of those. Down here somewhere, I normally park down there where that big tower block is down there. That's Edworthy Park, and normally you can park there and walk over the bridge. But with all the construction, I'm not sure how far I can actually get down here, so I'll head down this way. Not too bad for garbage so far. Bucket's beginning to fill up, so as you can see, river's still flowing very well. Yeah, so I will head down and see what I can find down this way. I'm just going to do a little bit here. I've already picked up about 20 cigarettes here. I'm just coming down towards the bridge we go over. This is the problem. So if you look at all these people sitting here and smoke, look at all these cigarette ends along here. As soon as it rains, that lot ends up in the river. So I'm just going to pick all that lot up and we'll see how many we got. So 54 cigarette ends around one bench. Yes. Right. I'm going to head down across this way. I'm just coming up to the bridge where I can head across. I'll just put another bit of garbage in. I'm just going to head down across the bridge, which is just coming up, which is just down that way. Right. Well, the bucket's definitely filling up. I've had to stomp on it. I need to get down. One advantage of heading down through the parks, you'll notice I tend to litter pick most of the parks. There's a very good reason for that, is because they have a lot of garbage cans. It's very easy for me to keep emptying my bucket. So that bridge that you can see down there, I'm going to head across that bridge into that area over there. Look how high the water is still. That's good. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. Right, so I'm going to head down over that bridge over there. Bucket is doing quite well. Like I said, I've had to stomp it down a little bit to get more in till I can get to the next bridge, which is down there. So here I am down at the bridge. I've had to walk a considerable distance to get to here, because normally just down through here, all this, these trees are and things down here, this was the site of Angel's Cafe. It was here. Anybody that knows Calgary would know where that was. That was here, and it used to stop in there for an ice cream and what have you. And it now it's parking lot. So normally I would have parked there, but I've had to do an extra kilometre or so to get to here. So I'm going to head up over that bridge there in a second. Just want to have a look along here. Yeah, that's where Angel's used to be. And you used to be able to park right there, but unfortunately you can't at the moment. And so there is a parking lot at the other side of the river, big one. However, you've got to drive miles from where I live. I've got to drive miles to get to that side of the road to come down the hill. So I might as well just walk the extra kilometre from this direction and head across the bridge over there. Right, let me do just that. I'm just going to walk over here. I call this the Stargate Bridge for obvious reasons. Anybody that's a fan of Stargate. There are several big stone circles like this in Calgary, and this is such a handy bridge. It really is. I wish there was a trail. There is one, but you're not supposed to walk up it. The other side of this bridge, if you head right, you can actually walk all the way up the far side of the river, all the way up the shoulder ice. And there is a pathway that goes almost all the way there, but there was a crossing point where you had to go across the railway track, and very much frowned upon. Don't do that. I believe they have now actually fenced it, the entire route up there. I believe that's now been fenced right off, so you can't do that anymore. People used to, and if you've got common sense, I don't know why you can't cross the railway track. You know, where I used to live, we used to have a train and usually went right through our farm, so that wasn't really a problem. Just common sense. I think they're more worried about a liability thing as opposed to any kind of common sense. Either way, Don't go that way now because it's all closed off. So what I'm going to do is head down here. There's usually underneath this bridge, there's usually quite a bit of garbage along under there. So I will go and have a look, especially after a nice weekend. Yeah, let me head down there and see what I can find. This is a cool shot. I've got to do this picture again. Down through here, all the way down through the stone circles, right across the bridge. There's a good shot all the way down through there. And I'm going to head down there, see if we can find some garbage. Right, so just come under the bridge there. Just going to head downstream this way, down through the bushes. Quite often find a bunch of crap and that down through here. So just talking to those young people there, that's good. Right, what do we got here? More garbage. Let's see what I can find down through the bushes, usually quite a bit. I'm down in the Edworthy Park now. There's all kinds of good areas around here. Just emptied my third bucket, so I'm going to head up this way. They are building new washrooms here. It seems to have taken forever for them to do anything. They've been building this for years, literally 2 years now, something like that. There were some really yucky washrooms down here, but they've building this fantastic structure here, which is still fenced off, I believe. Let's go and have a look and see. Oh, hang on. The actual puppet washrooms are now open. Hey! What have I still got all the fences down here? Oh, I see. Landscape. So they've landscaped all this. So. Oh, we're going to have a look, see what they built. Right. Wow. This is quite something. Let's see what they've done here. Oh, well, that's good. I couldn't figure. I thought the fences were still under construction. I thought, Christ sake, you can't still be building it. It's been doing that for 2 years. Yeah, because they've landscaped it all. So I can tell you now, those are very nice washrooms. I just had a quick look in there. I'm not going to film in there, obviously. But just had a very quick look in there. Looks really good. Made a nice job of that. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, looks like they put a pumping station in here as well, because we are very close to the river. So they have to have some kind of pumping station in here, obviously for the sewage and what have you. Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm glad they done that. Yeah, definitely needed it down through here. Now up through this way, I'm going to head up and across the railway track and over to the far side, and I'm going to do a little loop around there and then come back over this side. Nice, excellent. Oh, I'm glad those are open. I'll let a friend of mine know, because they quite often come down through here. I'll let them know. There's some kids. There's a kids play park off to my left, but I can't film in there because there's kids in there playing at the moment. So I will head up this way over the railway crossing and see if there's any garbage off to the right. Right, so as I was saying earlier, they have fenced all this off up here. This is an active rail crossing, very important one. So, and they have rebuilt all this, so this is good. So this used to be little wooden pieces, which was a pain in the arse on a bike. All down through there, that's the Douglas Fir Trail. That is a really nice walk down through there. They are currently rebuilding all of that, so hopefully that'll be nice when they're done. Just going to check around these benches over here because I see a little bit of garbage. This is the parking lot that you can use the other side, but it's a little bit of a pain to get here for me, so I just parked on the south side, on the north side. This is the south side. Right, I'm going to head over through that way. They have definitely improved the fencing along here because it was a little bit hit and miss, that's for sure. I've just picked up about 20 bread tags, you know, the little plastic bread tags on the loaves of bread. They're a pain in the arse, people. Please pick them up, take them home with you. Generally speaking though, I would say 99% of all the people that use the parks are very, very conscious about keeping them clean. Because look at this in here. I mean, you know, I'm struggling to find stuff in here other than a few bits around the benches, which is a great problem to have. They have installed part of a pumping station over here, so some of that's been fenced off for reclamation. So a couple of little cigarette ends around here I can see, and no bread tags. Yay! Right, I'm going to head that way. This piece is looking very nice, very clean. Yeah. There's a place over there you can park behind those trees over there. There's very limited parking along that bit, but I'm going to do this, pick up along there. I see they've added some new bins over here. Well done. This corner always didn't have enough bins in it, but I see it does now. So I will head over this way, make sure we've got no garbage, and we can go from there to the end of the road. That actually leads up to somebody's house. There's a nice creek that runs across here. There's loads of paths that head up through that way. I'm not going to do those today. I'm going to head back along here. I quite often find garbage in this parking lot, so I'm going to head up here and then turn left back down towards the river. There's a whole bunch of kids camping and that down in there on one of these obviously school day trip things or whatever, so I can't film down in there. So I will it's nice and clean in there anyway, so I'm just going to head up along this way and see what I can find this way. That's the road up that way. That's all done. new washrooms along here. I think this is the same guy I saw over the other side just now. Yeah. Yeah, very clean. Oh, another piece of garbage there. Let me just grab that, and then I'm going to head down through the parking lot. That parking lot over there usually has quite a bit of garbage in it. Let me go see what I can find. Construction going on over there, by the look of it. That's all part of the redoing the trails and what have you. There's some garbage down by the benches. There's a kids play park over there, but I've got the kids hidden behind the trees so you can't see them. Right, over there we have even more new washrooms. I didn't know they built washrooms this side, but they put one on either side. So that's good. There's one on the north side and the south side. It's a bag of garbage down there. I'm just going to go and grab that and then head on round. Well, I've just emptied bucket number 4. This trail down along this side is actually a very popular trail, but they've got it all closed off at the moment. Yeah, so that's bucket number 4 done. I'm just going to head back across the railway track. I didn't know they'd done washrooms the other side as well. That's really cool. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Right, so we'll head on up to here. Like I say, this is an active rail crossing. Always make sure there's no trains on it. Always make sure there's no trains. And they run very regularly through it. So. Let me head up along that side and then back down the other way. I'll just spotted some cigarette ends, so I'll just grab those, and with any luck a train might come by. I just did over the play park area over there with some kids over there, so I cleaned it all out, but can't film over there if there's kids over there, so yeah, I will come along here. This is one of my favourite little pathways along here. This has been here for a long time, this row of trees along here, and it goes around in a big square. It's so cool in here compared to out there. It is so cool. It's really nice. So just going to do this loop here. I'm going to head back over the bridge, which is over that way. So I'm just going to head down here, around the block, and then head back over the bridge, in amongst the trees and that over here. That heads out into the open areas over the other side. Just going to head back up towards the bridge here in a minute. I'm just going to clean along these benches, make sure there's nothing along here. Then just the other side of that row of trees over there, I tend to find stuff. So I'm just going to head over there first and then down through the trees. Flare basket's looking nice, eh? Right, I'll head over that way. Right, this piece in here is nice and cool. Yeah, small rows of trees. I do like this log. This is nice. Look at that. Look at that. It's a nice old log. It also makes a very good bench. So all down through here, nice rows of trees. Been here a long time. Just off to my left, there's quite often stuff along there, so I have a look along there, see what I can find. There is a nice pathway that heads along that way. But you can't continue up that way. I wish you could continue up this side and around to Shouldice Park. That'd be really, really cool. Yeah. So yeah, just been over there chatting to that guy over there. There's a homeless guy over there who's doing really nice artwork with some sanded driftwood and that he's found. Really nice. Right, I'm just going to head back that way because the bridge is just down here. Good work. I've just been chatting to a guy here. Was it Jack, wasn't it? Yeah, I've just been chatting to a guy, Jack, and he's out picking up litter, same as I am, so that's good. So yeah, I'm just going to head back over the bridge, which is down that way. That guy just heading up there, that guy's name's Jack. Super nice guy, just chatting to him for a while. So I'm going to head up through here, head back across over the bridge, and I will see what else I can find. Nice picnic areas down through here. This is a really nice park. Good morning. Hi there. Yeah. So I'm going to head down through the park, make sure there's no more garbage down through here, and then back up over the bridge, which is just up here to my left. Right, going to head back up over the bridge here. Just had a GoPro moment there. Yeah. Right, all over there, see where that crane is. Look at all those pipes over there. That's all part of the new water pipe that they're putting in. But isn't that nice down through there though? Look at that. Yeah, that is really cool. Looks like they've built a walkway down over there. They've built something quite large down over there. I don't know what that is. I can see where the railway track is. Did they build an elevated pathway? Because that pathway along, right in the distance there, I can see where it is. I don't know if it will show up on here. You can see like there's a gravel bar. That gravel bar is actually a railway track. Just to the right of it, there's an elevated pathway. Wow, that is something. Oh, that would be kind of cool when that's all open. Because all along there, you basically can't use it in the winter because it just ices up so bad you can't actually physically use it. So yeah, looks like that's exactly what they've done. Oh, well, that'd be cool. I will head down over that way a bit later and see what I can find. Ah, Will I be? I've only just noticed that. Yeah, I think they've actually built an elevated pathway. Well, that is very cool. Right, I'm going to head back across the bridge. Very popular, this bridge, because it's the only one that crosses in this area. So I will head over here and do some more in a bit. We've got a bunch of people fishing along the river there. That's the bridge over into the south side of the park. That's normally a big parking lot in there, so you can normally park over there, but not at the moment. And the pathway is closed over here. I'll show you where all this is over here. Watch out for the bikes, it's a very busy pathway. Right, this is the current detour map. Yeah, and by that dot there in the middle. So yeah, there's normally big parking lots along there, but unfortunately you can't go that way at the moment. So I'm going to head back upstream, which is how big these pipes are. I can easily walk through that. Yeah, this is part of the new water main that they're laying. They're paralleling another water main. There's already one this size. They're putting another one in, and that's some big pipe, eh? Wow. Right, I'm going to head on up this way. Right, heading back upstream. River's very nice over there. Just stopped in the shade for a little bit, just to cool down, have a little bit of a rest. Yeah, that's pretty warm, let me tell you. So this is starting bucket number 5. But I couldn't even tell you how many hundreds and hundreds of cigarette ends I've picked up today. Ridiculous number. Right, so I'm going to continue that way.